This is the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 6, verse 10. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai is his son who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who grew well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And citation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai's sake. Our brother Samak from the GMS Miami camp. And yes, the reason why I brought out the book of 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 10, is I was just scrolling through some financial channels and some financial articles, and I came across this one where an individual is basically letting people on Reddit know that he's going to lose his home, and then he's also contemplating suicide. And it reminded me of 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 10, because, hey, this is the result of loving money, okay? This is a result of coveting after money. You're piercing yourself with many sorrows, all right? This individual put his whole life savings, all right, into this token. It's called, I believe, the Luna token, all right? And that particular token was almost $100, and then within a day, it went down to like $1, and then the next day, it's less than a penny. So this individual pretty much lost all his savings, as he said, and now he's about to be homeless and suicide. Oh shoot! He says, "I'll become homeless. Suicide is the only way out for me." All right, and this is what happens when you love money, all right, and you covet after it, because that's what he was doing in this casino, right? The whole financial system is a big casino, and if you don't know that, you shouldn't be investing. Okay. For me, I do a little investing, but I know the system is rigged. That's why I invest what I can lose. All right. For those that are into investing. Okay. And I'll get an article to bring that out, why the system is rigged. Okay. All you got to look up is the percentage of, all right, institutional investors. In fact, I'll get it. All right. Just to edify this point. Introduction. This is Investopedia. Introduction to institutional investing. Institutional investors are organizations that pool together funds on behalf of others and invest those funds in a variety of different financial instruments and asset classes. They include investment funds like mutual funds and ETFs, insurance funds, and pension plans, as well as investment banks and hedge funds, right? Okay? Those are your institutional investors. And guess what? The greater influence, right? They have the greater influence on the whole economy. Institutional investors control a significant amount of all financial assets in the United States and the world. That's what they really should put, and the world. And all right, like BlackRock, for example, and Vanguard, okay? And Blackstone. Look up those three too, all right, institutional investors, and you can see how much they control the world, all right? And those are the hands of the Rothschild. That's for another topic. Continuing on. Considerable influence in all markets. This influence has grown over time and can be confirmed by examining the concentration of ownership by institutional investors in the equity of publicly traded corporations. Institutional investors own about 80% of equity market capitalization. 80%. That means there's only 20% of retail investors. All right. That's why in the crypto space, which I'm into the crypto thing, they have what's known as whales, right? Those whales are your institutional investors. You don't know who they are. They just call them whales. Okay. Oh, a whale bought into this token. All right. This is the time to invest in it because, hey, this token's going to go up. And that's what these individuals are doing, not knowing that these same whales are manipulating the market. And when the time comes to pull the rug, all right, they take the bag and they take your heart, your savings. All right. And that's why, again, 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 10, for the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, right? Some coveted after, because there's nothing wrong with, working and making money to pay for the bills, because money's a tool. All right. That's why the scripture says, let's bring this out. Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 12. For wisdom is defense and money is a defense. Right. Money is a defense. So there's nothing wrong with making money. All right. Because it's a tool to use. All right. To pay the bills. All right. To pay the car note. To pay the mortgage. To pay the rent. Because we're subject to payments. Make sense? But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it right. Meaning that, man, this whole, current system is temporary, man. And that's how you got to know that. I'm waiting for the kingdom of heaven, all right? I want the kingdom of heaven, all right? This place is temporary. And you know through the scriptures. That's why the scripture says, lay not up your treasures, real quickly. I got it right here. Where's the... Oh, that's a good one too, but here it is. Matthew chapter 6, verse 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, where thieves break through and steal. Right. If you're so focused on getting the bag, all right, to a point that now you're now subjected to people who don't have the bag looking at you as, oh, I'm about to catch him while he's slipping, all right? Or if you're so focused on getting the bag in this financial system, like, yeah, I got to invest and put all my life savings in and take out a loan and put in this investment, then BlackRock and Blackstone, the elites, they're looking at you as, oh, yes, this is a perfect time to, pull the rug from under him. All right. Because they manipulate the market. They feed off. Don't you understand that these elites feed off on your sorrow and miseries? Yeah. All right. And so they like that. They like pulling the rug and selling. All right. And then having their buddies, shorting you, which, that's another topic or another, you should look it up. Shorts. How do people short? Okay. Because money doesn't disappear. It's transferred from one person to another. 20. But lay up for yourself, here's a point, treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. You see that? 21. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Right. And our treasure is the kingdom of heaven. All right. Salvation. We want to be, living, all right, where righteous dwelleth at, which is the kingdom of heaven, because America's ran and wicked. This place is not a place you want to raise children. Grow old in. All right, this place is sick and twisted and abominable. All right, that's why we're waiting on Yahweh Shema Shai to give us the kingdom. All we got to do is do what as He commanded us to preach the word, be in season, out of season. Okay. So back to 1 Timothy 6 and 10. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, right, lusting after it, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. Right. And here's another example. I didn't get out because I got greedy. Right. You could tell this man wasn't thinking about the kingdom of heaven, or this woman. I don't know. You could read it for yourself. All right. I guarantee he or she got suicide on the mind. All right. Because they're not thinking about the kingdom of heaven. They're thinking about making the high life here. All right. Being on top here, and when you understand this system, man, the system is only set up so much to allow you to go up so high until you have to do some wicked shit, man. All right. I also want to bring this out because there's a balance to it too. Now, does that say you don't go out and work and get your daily bread? No, because we're subject to payments, okay? We're in captivity, and we got to go to our enemies for one of all things. Baruch chapter 3, verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us. Right, we've been scattered throughout the earth, all right, throughout these different nations. Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Americans, all right? Transatlantic slave trade, okay? All right, we are not in our homeland. That's what we're waiting on. For Yahushai, a so-called black man, in a spaceship with his angels and other little spaceships, to deliver us, okay, and bring us back to our homeland. Where thou hast scattered us, right, the Lord scattered us for a reproach and a curse, right, this is a curse, and to be subject to payments, right, okay, and part of the subject to payment is Deuteronomy chapter 28, hold up, here we go. Deuteronomy 28, verse 47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy power with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things. Right. See, when we were with King Solomon, okay, we were on top, okay? The Lord was taking care of us, all right? We had these heathens as tributaries. They were, okay, coming to us. We were the lender and they were the borrower. All right? But what happened? Again, because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness heart for the abundance of all things. Right. We started going to idol worshiping. We were, what's it called? Not even circumcising our children anymore. Not circumcising, okay, our hearts. What happened? 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee. Right? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Did he not, okay, come against us? Are we not, okay, in captivity? Did we not go into slavery under this man? In hunger and in thirst and in nakedness. Right? You want to get clothes? You want to get underwears? You want to get a t-shirt? You got to go to him. That means you got to get a job. You're subject to payments. All right? You need bottled water. You need food. You need chicken. Right? Jake loves eating chicken. You need to get a job because you're subject to payments. You got to go buy that chicken from Esau, Edom, or not even that, because most of the chicken spots are ran by, okay, these other heathens. And in one of all things, right, you want to get a car, you got to go to Esau to get a license. Okay, you want to get an apartment, a roof over your head, you got to go to, okay, the Esau or the heathen, or another Esau the heathen, or an Elamite heathen, or a Moabite heathen. Go to them, and hey, okay, I'm looking for an apartment. Oh, okay, well, you need to pay for an application fee, okay. And if you're accepted, you need to put at least 1 month's down payment. All right, up front. Come on, man. So you have to work. All right, that's why you got to be balanced, man. A false balance is an abomination. You got to understand what's going on, man. All right. And one of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. Right. Again, we went into captivity. We lost our identity. And the Wadi Yahweh Shai, okay, for putting the spirit back on, okay, his servants, the prophets, starting, okay, with our apostles and their elders, all right, Abba Bivens, okay, the apostles of Great Millstone, all right, to bring us back to who we are, because we were destroyed at one point, all right? We didn't know who we were. So, again, we are back to Baruch chapter 3, verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us, for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers which departed from the Lord our God. Right? That's why we're subject to payments. That's why you got to go to your enemies, okay, for food, for water, for a toothbrush, for soap, all right, for new shoes, for a computer, okay, for a phone. You got to pay for the service. I mean, come on, man. So, yeah, just throwing that out there, all right? Hey, again, there's nothing wrong with making money. It's just, if you're not looking at it as a tool for defense, if you're looking at it as a way, all right, to covet after these temporal things in this world, you're going to get burnt, and the Lord's going to give you over to your lusts, all right? 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 10, for the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. Exactly. Many sorrows, man. And as you can see, many sorrows. Many sorrows. Many sorrows. All right? So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Okay? Hey, we're almost out of here. Keep pushing, keep fighting. If you're going to invest, all right, you invest what you know you can lose. It's that simple. All right? And for the few brothers that do watch, man, you know, keep enduring. The believers, man, keep enduring, keep pushing, keep fighting, keep studying, pray without ceasing, pray for each other, pray for the apostles and elders. All right, to the few sisters that do watch, pray, keep studying, and when you pray with your head covered. We're almost out of here, you know. We're almost out of here. This whole thing is rigged. The whole system is a joke. You know, we just gotta be patient, long-suffering, just like Yahushua was. And Yahushua still is. He's long-suffering. You don't think Yahushua wants to gather us? He wants the kingdom too. But hey, we're all waiting on, okay, for his Father, okay, to give him the green light. And with that, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashib, Yahushai, Ba'ashib, Bakakwadash, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, who well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there, pushing this truth to sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth, and risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'ashib, Yahushai's sake. Let's keep going. Let's keep fighting. Shalom and a Bob Ball. Shalom.